Hello, you watching Campus France Live. Thank you for being with us today to talk about higher education. We are going to discover emlyon, one of the best business schools in France, and we're going to talk about the program of Master of Science in International Marketing and Business Development. So we're going to talk about the different courses available, the application steps, student life, and the business and the different opportunities that you'll have after the program. So to talk about this program, I'm very pleased to welcome Stéphane Bazan. Hello.
Hello.
So you, the program director of the MSc in International Marketing and Business Development.
Yes.
And we have also two international students, Gopi Karelia.
Hello.
Hello. And Julie.
Yes, hello.
Hello. So both you are students in the MSc in International Marketing and Business Development.
Yes.
So to begin, Stéphane, maybe can you introduce yourself?
Okay, so my name is Stéphane Bazan. I'm the running actual program director for the MSc IMBD, International Marketing Business Development at emlyon. Mm-hmm. And I have an international career in the education sector, but I'm also a lecturer on digital marketing and data marketing in different programs at emlyon also. And
can you tell us a few words about emlyon?
So emlyon is quite... I wouldn't say the word old, but it's a legacy traditional business school from France, from Lyon, which is the second city in size in France. And emlyon is we are ranked between third and fourth place in France these days. It's not a big school, but it's not also a small school. And so we are very attractive to students because we are in a city which is a beautiful city, Lyon. We're also a school where we have lots of international students, but it's also right in the heart of France. Okay, and it's a different experience from Paris. So I would say emlyon is a very good choice for the students who would have a taste of France, but without being in Paris.
We're going to show you a video and we'll be back right after that.
At emlyon, there is one thing that unites us: a determination to work towards a fairer, more caring, and environmentally conscious society. But to bring about real change, ideas must be put into practice, and theories must be translated into solutions. To think to do, and do to think. That is why we are makers. For our students, being a maker means learning by testing, experiencing the realities of the world, and making a tangible contribution. Being a maker also means combining different skills and ways of thinking and looking at the world. For our research professors, it means exploring new avenues and continuing to advance scientific research. For companies, it means working alongside us and supporting our talent today and throughout their careers. For our alumni, being a maker means innovating and having a positive impact on people and the world around them. Together, we are a unique community of entrepreneurs for change, working to transform organizations. We are makers.
So, Stéphane, can you talk about the program?
Yes, so the program we present today is the Master of Science in International Marketing and Business Development. So it's a Master of Science program delivered in Lyon only, delivered in English, and it's open to students with usually 3-4 years of university plus 1 or 2 years of experience. But it's not mandatory to have an experience. We look at all the different profiles, but usually, yes, you need at least 4 years of university to join the program. This is what we require for students to apply. But it's also international marketing and business development. So we have two main dimensions into it. Maybe we can detail this a bit later.
Yeah, yes. We're going to talk about it later on. Jojo, could you maybe tell us where you're from?
Yes, hello, my name is Jojo and I'm from South Korea.
And your background, and can you tell us maybe what did you do before emlyon Business School?
Before coming to study for my master degree, back in Korea, I did work in a public sector. So I have approximately 3 or 4 years of working experience after my bachelor degree.
And Gopi, where are you from?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm from Mumbai, India.
Yes. And why did you choose to study at emlyon Business School?
One of the great things about emlyon, besides of course the ranking, is the variety of teachers that they have, and all the professors that we have, they have immense working background. So it's really nice to see how you get academically you are refined by the professors, but also you get practical experience. You get an insight into how corporate life works, what actually marketing is on field versus what you learn in class, and of course the international cohort that we have. I think we have 30 plus nationalities, and it's amazing to make friends from different nationalities. You get an insight into different cultures, which I believe is very important when you will go and work in an international environment. So it's like a rehearsal, it's like a nice practice to have.
So I understand that the international dimension is very important about the program. So maybe Stéphane, how many students follow this program actually?
Okay, this year we have around 100 students, exactly 96. And as Gopi said, we have 32 different nationalities. And the program goes for almost 2 years. I mean, most of the time the students take 2 years to complete the program, even if you can complete it in a bit short time, in 18 months. 18 months is the shortest. You start September and your next graduation jury will happen in February the next year. So it's exactly a year and a half for the students. And we have lots of different profiles, which is not just nationality, but we have people coming from different cities in France. Okay, we have some students from Lyon, a majority of students from France, and a large group of different nationalities, as I say. Mostly, I think the biggest group are from China. We also have a lot of students from India and Europe. We have students from the United States, from Canada. We have people from South America also. So it's very international. That's the key word of the program, international experience. Yes.
And the teachers are also international.
Yes, we have a group of around, I would say 25 to 30 lecturers and teachers and professors. And most of them are from different nationalities. We have people from Italy, from Spain, from Serbia, from China. We have people, teachers from France, from Germany, Austria. Yeah, we have a very international group.
So were you looking for different teachers from everywhere, or is it happened like they are from other?
The teachers are divided in two groups.
Yeah.
We have the professors in the university, so it's the emlyon staff, faculty, what we call the faculty, and they can come from any country in the world. So I don't think there's a policy for this, but it comes like maybe the school is attractive for these professors, but also for the students. The other group, which is interesting, the other group of professors are the professionals. And those professionals also might come from Canada. We have a professor from Canada. We have professionals from different backgrounds. Some of them more like in the management, some others in the sales, some others in intercultural. So it's very diverse. And as I say, it's the logic of the program to have this diversity.
And can you talk about the core subject taught in this program?
Oh, we have different types of courses. We have, I would say, 3 different types of courses. The first one is the classic course. So I don't want to give the list, and everyone can find the list of courses on the website. Okay. But we have most of the content is based on marketing. So we have marketing research, market analysis. We have sales. We have help me, guys, to give a comprehensive list of
like branding.
Yes, we have branding.
Negotiation skills.
Negotiation skills.
International law.
Yeah, international law, and also we have a couple of 5 different courses that are given also during the international experience, and also this is maybe a subject we can talk about.
Maybe this is the next subject. I know that the students have the opportunity to study abroad for 2 months, Vietnam or South Africa. So that's 2 beautiful, nice countries. Can you tell us a few words about it?
Okay, so at the beginning of April, the students will leave the campus in Lyon for 2 months. Okay, and April is the I would say end of March is their final moment in Lyon, so they stay from September to March in Lyon, and then they have the opportunity. I won't say they have the choice, because most of the time the choice is made depending on the number of students going to one or the other destination. So sometimes students, they get the destination they want, sometimes they don't, but most of the time they do. And this year was the exact 50-50, and everyone was happy. So some of them go to South Africa, and with the Stellenbosch Business School, which is one of the most prestigious university in Africa, and the only big business school in Africa. And we also have like 50 students going to Vietnam. And in Vietnam, we might have a change of partner next year, so I don't want to give names. But yes, they spend 1 month in Hanoi and 1 month in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh.
So it's a very interesting experience.
Very interesting.
And so the students, they go for 2 months, and they have 5 courses that they will follow, provided by our partners. And those courses, they provide an academic experience. So it's not a professional, it's not a job-based experience.
Okay.
But during that experience, the partners will identify companies, local companies, and the students will have to develop a full, it's kind of a consulting, it's kind of a mission-based project with local companies. So 10 groups will work with the South African companies, and 10 groups will work with Vietnamese companies.
Very interesting.
And they will have to make like a movie about it, which is also an interestingly deliverable at the end of the 2 months.
So Jojo,
Yes.
what's your favorite subject so far?
So far, my favorite subject, I would like to say branding strategy, because we did a lot of case studies. Like every week, we have to read our own materials, and after that, we need to discuss about it with the professor and with the classmates. So for me, it was really interesting, and also like among our classmates, since we have so much different background, so that we can also get some insights from our other classmates too. And also from the knowledge of the professor. So for me, branding strategy, this subject was the best.
And are you going to Vietnam or South Africa?
For me, Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Nice. Gopi, the fact that you can study abroad for 2 months, did it help you to choose maybe this program?
Yes, definitely. It's very nice to live in Lyon, and it's nice to study in an environment, in a French environment. But when I saw that you have an option to go to South Africa and Vietnam, I think that was one of the reasons why I decided to go with emlyon Business School, because I believe when you study in a market like Vietnam, which is so different from the markets of France or from the market of EU, I think you get a comprehensive background, comprehensive knowledge regarding different markets. And especially in Vietnam, I'm interested in the manufacturing side of things as well. And Vietnam is known for that. It's also very close to India. So I can...
That's why you choose Vietnam?
I can go to India after Vietnam. But yes.
So let's talk about the admission process to get in. Stéphane, what are the entry requirements for the program?
I would say the first one is motivation for an international experience. Okay, that's what we look into the most when we do the admission process. I'm not going to go into all the technicalities of what is required, and I think the students the students who are interested to join the program can look into the website, because there's a lot of abbreviations from different degrees. Right. And so, but what we are looking for are students with a project, a motivation to do something on the international level. Okay, of course, it's a marketing and business program, but we have different courses that also enlarge. I would say give it like a really international twist in terms of a larger scope, a larger overview of international business, how it works. So we have courses about like pricing strategies on the international level, how to run negotiations on with people from different cultures, so that it takes someone with an international interest. For example, someone who would work for a French person who would work for an international company abroad, or French company abroad, or someone from international background that would come back to France and work for an international company in France. So this is the kind of motivation we're looking for. For the technicalities, we prefer to have students with let's say a degree plus 1 or 2 years of experience. But I would say I look at every candidate, and as you are, Gopi, with a journalist background, right? We're not focusing only on marketing students, but of course the marketing background is the number one choice, I would say.
So you're looking for also older students, not like...
Of course, the average age of the cohort this year is around 23, 24 years old. Yes. We have younger students, 21, 22, and we have older students, we have students older than 30 years old. So it's a good mix. But I would say to really enjoy the content of the class and have the greatest interaction with the teachers and the professors, it takes a bit of maturity, and this is what we're looking for. But some 21 years old students are very mature, so and some 55 are not very mature. So that's good.
And what is the application deadline?
So the way it works, we start with admission sessions every month. So we started in September. Now we are at session number 4. I think we're entering session number 5, and we have up to the end of August. But what I would advise for international students is to complete their application by the end of June, even as soon as possible, because the time it takes now in France to do the papers, the cards for carte de séjour for students might take like 2-3 months now. Yes. And so I would advise the students who might be interested to apply as soon as possible, not wait until July or August, because if you need to run for the prefecture in August to get the papers,
that's
good
difficult.
Luck. Okay. So that might be a bit difficult. So that's why I advise everyone who wants to apply now. So there's you apply online. The application process goes through, you have to upload some papers like your grades and your CV and so on. And then you have to answer questions on a video. So there's you sit in front of your computer, you see the questions, and you have 1 minute to answer the questions. So you're recorded. And then our professors, yes, it's a bit stressful, I guess.
Yes.
And the professors and myself, we look at all the candidates, and we look at the videos. And then we give an admission advice to a jury. So there's a jury of the faculty, and the jury will decide if the student's been admitted or not. So if the student's been admitted, then he has to go through the payment process and pay the early fees, and then you're welcome.
Jojo, what are your tips maybe for submitting a successful application?
For me, I would like to say that motivation letter is the most important thing, because they need to show they're passionate, and they need to show that they are really enthusiastic about like coming to the emlyon. So that's like there are so many people from the different background, and you have to adapt in a multicultural environment, so that they need to show they're motivated, and they're really motivated to be adapted in this kind of environment. And yes, so it's really important for them to focus on their motivation letter. I think this is the most important thing.
Did emlyon support you during your application for the visa, for example, Gopi?
Yes. So there is a liaison, Indian liaison, that works with the emlyon Business School as part of emlyon Business School. She guided me through every step of the process, whether it was during my application or even during my visa application. Whatever doubts I had, I could immediately talk to her. We had a WhatsApp group that she had formed, and apart from her, there was also the emlyon, the international office at emlyon Business School. You can always write to them, and they respond immediately. So any questions you have regarding your housing, regarding your visa application, or anything, I think you can just reach out to them. They're super helpful.
So Jojo, what advice would you give to an international student who wants to apply at emlyon Business School?
I think they need to have an open mind, because some of the culture, like they're really close-minded, or they do not open themselves to communicate with the people from the different backgrounds or different culture or different nationalities. So I think to have open-minded and to interact with other people is really important.
Stéphane, the level of English, how does it be?
Yes, that's something I forgot to say in my first answer. We definitely need like a really good English level. at least understanding, at least definitely speaking, but also in writing, because in our program, all the exams are on paper. Because there are so many challenges today with the technology that we went back to the classic exams on pen and paper. And for some students, it's a very fair way to do the evaluation. And also, of course, yes, that's the first thing we look into when we watch the videos is the fluency in English. And all our professors have to grade that level. And we refuse students who have a real problem with English language. And also, I want to make things clear about the fact that there is no French content in the program, so you don't need to speak French. But of course, a French class will be provided for the students, international students who want to learn the basic French, I would say, or improve their French. And we consider that neither the teachers or the students should talk their own language during their experience. They must all speak English among themselves and with the professors.
So let's talk about student life. Gopi, maybe were you a bit nervous about before coming to France?
Yes, I was nervous. Like every person, you are moving countries. There are so many challenges that one can face, whether it is regarding housing or figuring out how far is your house from the school or transportation, many things. One of the other things that I was worried about was my age, because I'm on the older side of the class. As Mr. Bazan pointed out, we have people an average of 24. So I was nervous, but thankfully I was proven wrong. Because when I came here, we had a WhatsApp room formed of the class, and many French students, the locals in Lyon, came out on WhatsApp group and said, if you need any help, please message us. And I DM'd them, and I instantly became friends with them. So when I came here, I already had friends. So it was really nice. They helped me with moving in. They helped me figure out the TCL office. They helped me get a pass. And when I entered the class and I saw that, there are people from various backgrounds, it calmed me, because I was from a journalistic background and I was worried, did everyone have a business experience or a marketing knowledge? But that wasn't true. Which was actually a good thing, because now I'm learning basics of biology from a classmate of mine. It's interesting how things turn out to be. But I'm very glad that I'm here. And it's good to be nervous, because when you're nervous, you're going to be mentally prepared for any challenge that's going to come. And trust me, there is no challenge that is bigger in your head. The challenge is always bigger in your head, but when you actually come on ground and you meet people, you realize, no way, that's not the challenge. So trust me, do not worry about anything.
And did you speak any French before coming?
No, I did not, but I made sure to do some basic French course, not because it was a mandate in my school or in my class, no way, but I wanted to integrate better in the French culture. I think it's really important when you travel to any country. As a tourist also, it's nice when you can wish the locals in the local language, something as simple as bonjour every morning to some lady in a grocery store. It just lightens up your day. So I think I would say that just learn basics of it. You don't have to go through a course, but just I think basics of French can really do wonders.
And what do you like about the French culture?
I like that it's straightforward. And I like that people are open to debates, healthy debates. Another thing that I really like about the French culture is the food. I know many people don't agree, because I come from India, where there's so many flavors and so much of spicy food. But I really have come around to like the French food. And of course the culture. There are so many things that France has to offer, whether it is in terms of cinema, in terms of museum. There's a lot to soak in France. Yeah.
Thank you. Jojo, how was the integration for you?
For me also, I was really nervous before I coming to France, as like Gopi experienced, but after I came here, like right now, I do not have any problem, because like as Gopi already mentioned about it, there are so many people are really open-minded, and they are there to help you. For example, like finding for the house, or like when you're struggle because of the French administrative things, they're there to help you. Or when you want to go to the hospital and you don't know how to make the reservation to go to the hospital, hospital, they're there, always help. So this is why for me, I do not feel any difficulty like being integrated with the people here.
So did you make so many French friends?
Yes, right now I have 2 French best friends in my classmates. So in my class. So yeah, they're my best friend, and I learned a lot from them about the French culture and also like how do they communicate. As Gopi said, it's really direct way, and I really love to have a discussion with them in very different subjects, like not just about our study or like finding a job or about our future, but some like political things or like, you know, something like that in a more broader way. So I really like this kind of conversation too. So yes.
And what kind of activities do you do in Lyon?
For me right now, I love exercising. So I always go on a run in the morning before the class, or I go to the gym.
Nice, yes. Very specific. Nice, very nice. Gopi, what's the role of an ambassador?
So as an ambassador, you have responsibilities. One of the things that you have to do is welcome the new students who are coming in, make them feel home, help them out in any way you can. For example, right now there are potential students who would like to know more about the program. They might be hesitant to reach out to the emlyon staff directly, but when you reach out to someone who's your age, someone who's your peer, it's easier to communicate with them. So they can directly message us. So when they message me regarding the program or how do I integrate in Lyon, it's easier to have these discussions. That's one of the responsibilities that I have. And apart from that, I also have to focus on there are some activities that happen in the Lyon campus. Like for example, there is open day. During the open days, potential students from across the world come to Lyon to check out the campus, to see and interact with the current students. So that is also one of the things that I've been doing as an ambassador.
And Jojo, how do you feel now in Lyon?
I feel really comfortable, to be honest. I feel like home. I mean, like, I feel like I want to settle down in France, especially in Lyon, because for me, Paris is too crowded. So like Lyon is the second biggest city in France. So I really like it. And I really liked the fact that Lyon is the city of gastronomy. So we can find so many delicious food or restaurant. And especially, I think this is a French culture, but they have a lot of like fresh vegetables or ingredients that we can buy on the street. And I really like that. So like every weekend I go there and check for the fresh ingredient and buy it and cook at home. I really like this kind of lifestyle. So yes, I'm really comfortable in Lyon right now.
So I heard that the food is very important in France and for the students. Stéphane, what funding options or scholarship are available to help students?
When we do the admission, we have the possibility to provide different levels of financial aid, depending on the profile of students. It starts from 5% up to, I think, sometimes even 50%. But it's something that the school will offer depending on the different profiles. So I know there's a lot of like financial aid that is provided to our students, and it's definitely based on different factors. So it could be the grades, it could be like a excellence scholarship, or it could be more like for social or different countries, or there's a jury that will distribute the money among the students. But something I wanted to say also, because when I started to talk about the content of the course, I mentioned that there were like 3 categories of courses, and I just gave the example of one category, which was the regular courses. But just to follow on what Jojo said, we also have lots of experiences. We talked about the international experience, but we have another experience called the international seminar, which is why am I talking about it? Because I think most of the friendships and the knowing each other inside the cohorts came from that moment where we went. The class was divided in 2 groups. One group went to Amsterdam for 1 week, and the other group went to Milano for 1 week. Mm-hmm. I don't know if next year we're going to have the same cities, but these are definitely cities in Europe, because we can't take the plane, so we need to take the train to go there. So some students decided to go to Milano. Then they had a very good experience traveling across Italy and visiting like a cheese factory, a sports car factory. And we went to Amsterdam, the three of us, and we had a chance to go to Philips. We went to ING Direct. We went to help me.
Booking.com.
Yeah, Booking.com. Like many different companies we visited, and this takes place in November, so at the very beginning of the program, and so it was a very good chance for the students to get to know each other and develop some really good friendships. There's also another thing that we implemented this year in the IMBD program. In every course, students are organized in teams, and those teams of 4 students, they stay the same teams during the whole year. So they move to one course to another, but keeping the same exact 4 students together. And those 4 students must be from 4 different countries. So we do the groups, we do the teams, and we call them the teams, at the beginning of the year, and they need to get along. Okay, if they want to get good grades, they need to get along together until the end of the year. So out of 21 teams, I would say we had like 1 or 2 teams where we had some issues, but it all went back to normal after Christmas. And when I asked the students if they wanted to reshuffle the teams, 96% of the students decided not to change their teams. So it worked, and it created, I think, a real lifelike experience, like a company lifelike experience. So I think it was a good experiment, and I'm going to do it again next year.
Let's talk about the professional world. Stéphane, what are the latest employment statistics for your recent graduates?
Okay, it's good you have the questions, because yesterday I was looking at the numbers before preparing the show, and for the 22-23 and 23-24 cohorts, after 1 year, after finishing the program, we have 100% full-time contracts for all of our students. And I was looking at the 24-25, and now around 60% already have a job.
Oh.
Even if some of them haven't finished their degree yet, they still have the thesis to go and to present, and even some of them already have a full-time job.
Are you already looking for a job, maybe, Juju?
Yes, right now, currently I'm looking for a job. So like internship or CDD or CDI, like I'm looking for all the different types of the contract. Especially within European continent, but like Europe continent. But for me, yes, I'm looking for my job, and
because you want to stay in France, right? Or you don't know?
It depends on which kind of the company that I'm gonna working for. Okay. Yeah, so if there's good opportunity abroad, then I am willing to move myself to that country. But like if I get some opportunities in France, then I would like to settle down in France.
What about you, Gopi? Do you know what you want to do after graduation?
Yes, I'm also looking for internships right now. And the good thing about studying in France is that you not only get a chance to look for internships in France, but also I have access to the entire EU. I can look for jobs in Germany, in Netherlands, and I am looking for internships in different parts of EU. But of course, France is my first preference because the kind of industries or the kind of companies that I want to work with are in France. And there are many international companies in France, so language is not really an issue for me. For the companies that I want to work in, of course, there are companies that do require language, but the ones that I want to, thankfully, they are super, like they're open to having international students.
And Gopi, maybe your final advice to students who want to join emlyon Business School?
Yes. Be open to everything, to every experience, because you will be here for one year or so. So always be open and don't be afraid to approach the professors. The professors at emlyon are really helpful. They are very approachable. So besides your academics, you can always ask them advice for your career. And also another thing is, please go out of your comfort zone and make friends with people from different countries, because the amount of cultural context that you will get from them, or the amount of things that you will learn from them, is something that is invaluable, that's priceless. And when you go out in the real world, life is going to be easier when it comes to navigating different people, different kinds of people coming from different kinds of cultures. So I think my bottom line advice would be, please open to different cultures and have a great time at emlyon Business School, and do not worry. If you have any worries, there are people to help you. there will always be someone there for you. So yeah, don't worry and just have fun.
Enjoy Lyon.
Yes, enjoy Lyon.
I just want to give another last advice for the people who want to join EM Lyon. Actually, EM Lyon has a really good reputation in France and all over the Europe. So I think it's really good. Like we can get a lot of advantages from our EM Lyon alumni. So like we have a strong connections, and there are so many people who are already working in a really big company in Europe, so that you can reach out them via LinkedIn or via EM Lyon. Like we have our own homepage called Job Teaser and EM Lyon Alumni, so that you can create really good connection with them for your professional life too. So I think this is also really good advantage to join EM Lyon.
Stéphane, do you want to add maybe a last advice for the people watching this video?
Join the program, of course. Don't hesitate. We have a quite large group of students who can join the program, like 100 students. It's one of the largest group at EM Lyon. So there's always the possibility to be admitted. I would say if you have the good profile, as I say, English motivation, international motivation. And something I want to say is today we live in a world where the international dimension is almost in everything. Okay, technology, business, sociology, economy. It would be completely crazy to think that now the world is limited to the country you live in or the city you live in. You might move tomorrow to another place and to the other side of the world, and or come from South Korea or from India and then end up in Lyon, and for professional reasons. And so that's why I want to tell the students, this is what we're trying to do with the MSc IMBD. We try to give the students the opportunity to have to erase the boundaries of their future. Okay, so and there's also something one of my professors used to say. She told me last time. She said, "Stéphane, we are not trying to take the students out of their comfort zone. We are trying to enlarge the size of their comfort zone." No. Okay, which is, if you think about it, much more interesting. Yeah. Okay, you will be comfortable everywhere. And so, yeah, as Gopi said, we are a reputable business school, so it's not very easy. I wouldn't say you don't come to IMBD and it's not just because you sign in that you're going to get graduated. It's a very serious school. We have evaluation that are very serious, and also that's why we want good quality students. But if you're motivated, if you speak good English, and if you are interested to come to Lyon, you're always welcome, and we look at every candidacy without any problems.
So thank you so much, Stéphane Bazan, Gopi Karelia, and Anjuli for being with us today. And thank you for watching Campus France Live. And if you still have questions about the Master of Science in International Marketing and Business Development, don't hesitate to visit the website of EM Lyon Business School. And see you soon on Campus France Live. Thank you.